What's up, Lifetime family? Personal trainer Zinni.
Personal trainer Ali. Welcome back to Fitness Tip Fridays.
In today's episode, we're going to be going over a common exercise known as hyperextensions or back extensions. This is great for posterior chain development, or in other words, backside development. So hopefully one of the big take-homes that you're getting from our videos as you watch our videos is that we're putting a lot of emphasis on the mechanical and technical skills of each exercise. Oftentimes people don't pay any attention, they're just kind of haphazardly going through the motions of these exercises, but you're going to get a lot more out of these exercises if you're actually focused on the correct technique. So before we demonstrate the correct technique, we're going to go over a few mistakes often made with this exercise. Keep in mind, there are plenty of variations. We're just going to show you one today. Here, with the pad height, Ali's putting a lot of emphasis on his spinal erectors, or his backside. His lower half is pretty much locked in place, so it's not getting a whole lot of emphasis. Now, if we want to adjust this, we're going to show another core mechanical technique, but Ali's going to show us how to adjust this.
Okay, the reason why I'm adjusting this is we want the top of the pad to be right below hip height. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pull up on the handle, okay, pull the pin right here. I'm going to drop it to about a 4. Again, you can customize this yourself, just play around with it. You want it just below hip height.
So again, we're going to demonstrate another incorrect or poor mechanical technique. Ali is going to demonstrate here, and what you're going to see is that he's just kind of flopping around, again, with no thought or fluency to this motion. Now, this is putting a lot of emphasis on the back, but the problem is he's flexing and extending so much, he's putting a lot of pressure, again, here on these lower discs. Eventually, do enough of this or do this loaded, that can spell a recipe for disaster. So now, we're going to show how to ideally perform a back extension. And ideally, it probably should be called a hip extension because we're going to put a lot of emphasis here on the hips. Before we even start though, Ali's going to kind of lower himself down, relax, try and disassociate basically his spine from his pelvis. And again, any of you who will watch these videos or have talked to us, we put a lot of emphasis on core bracing and the breathing mechanics. So what Ali's going to do is he's going to fill up air. He's going to try and fill up air on his sides, his front, and his back, the back of his core. So that's three-dimensional bracing. He's going to fill that up with a deep breath in through the nose. He's going to exhale, blow it all out, but maintain that bracing. He's also going to be tucking his chin, double chinning it. Again, not excessively tucking. And as you see here, he's really focusing on his glutes and his hamstrings, pulling him up into a neutral position. Now we have the whole chain involved, and he's going to slowly control himself down with those same glutes and those same hamstrings. Okay? And still, core is tight, braced. He's filling up air three-dimensionally, filling up in this lower abdomen pelvic region. Deep, forceful inhalations with controlled exhalations. And you can see he's putting a lot of effort into this technique. Really pulling these glutes, and these glutes are really, really engaged. Really, really engaged. One more time, Ali. Gets up into a nice neutral spine, controlled descent with those same big, powerful glutes and hamstrings. So to recap, some of the don'ts for the back extension: we don't want to overextend. We also don't want to set up too high and put too much emphasis, again, on those spinal erectors. We want this to almost be a hip-dominant movement. So before we set up, what we do want to do is engage the core and flex the neck. We want to pull with our glutes and our hamstrings. Again, we're really focusing on developing that posterior chain or your whole backside. We want to finish at the top with a neutral spine. Ali dove his hips into the pad and finished at that neutral position. He also controlled his descent, so we want to control that descent with those same glutes and hamstrings that we raised ourselves up with. There you have it, folks. There's another exercise for your own personal fitness regimen. Hope you enjoyed it. Please look for us on Facebook at Lifetime Fitness Palm Valley. Please tune in next week.
Thank you again. Feedback, whatever feedback you guys have, let us know. We're here to help you. Again, any questions, meet us at the club. AZPV out!